Hi, and this is the online billing system developed earlier. Let me just show you guys how it works. Enter whatever value you intend to enter. Make sure you check, click on the check button and enter your mileage and delivery tax. Then you just need to click on total, and that's it. That's the total right there. If you want to verify this price, you can just say 75 plus 160, and that gives you that. Add the 8 to it, and that gives you exactly the same amount, which is £243.60p. So the next thing I'll do is just to take you guys straight into the programming environment, and you see how I put together this very system. Thank you. Hi, and welcome to Visual Basic Online Billing System. I'm actually developing this in Visual Basic 10. Okay, I will start by having my label there. So this very label, I'm just going to change the size to the font size. Let's change the font size to something readable. Make that bold and 28. And right in there, I'm just going to enter online billing systems. There, I might as well just increase the font size to about 36. Yeah, or maybe, yeah, that's fine. Let's just go for that. The next thing is I'll go to tools and just look for tab control. Let's see, tab control. There, guys, I have my tab control right there, and maybe a group box as well. So right here that I have my tab control, I'm just going to put the tab control right here. Because this is an online billing system, I've done something very similar to this, but the problem is some of you guys out there actually complaining because I sort of like take it from, they seems not to get it. They want to see it done right from scratch, and that's why I'm repeating this very program. Okay, so my tab control is there. The first thing I'll do within this tab is to add some components to develop my keyboard. So I have a button right in there. It's in tab 1. Then I need, let me get a text box right there. I have my text box in here. So let me define the position of everything. Drop that down, and yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's cool. Let me get another text box inside our text box. Draw it inside the text box. That's it, the text box within the text box. Yeah, that's fine. So the next thing is let's populate this button. So I'll just do that very quickly so that it doesn't take too much of my time. But then let's increase the font size to about 14, and this very one is button 1 there. So hold down your control and just copy across to. Okay, now select it all. 1, 2, 3. So I have 4 there. So that'll be 1, 2. So just enter 2 there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. C and dots right there. We have plus, subtraction, multiplication, and division right here. So that's the interface in place right now. Okay, let's keep going. Alright, that's looking a bit good. That's looking pretty good. That's fine. Let's just move this up a little bit. That's beautiful. So the interface for my calculator is ready now. I need this group box, sorry, because I'll add some component in there. But before then, let's go into tab 2. Inside tab 2,
hi and welcome back.
Enter a
I've
text
actually
box.
finished the
text box.
interface design.
Text box in
as
place.
you can see, it looks
text
very
now
busy.
come in here and change
So
that
this
to
could have taken
multi-line.
God knows how
okay,
long to
that's
complete.
fine. So if
So
you
now
like,
that
you
the
can always change
interface
the back color
is
of
ready,
tab.
just
Let me change the back color there instead of white.
A brief information about what and what we have in here. Up here is the text box.
Exactly the same thing for
that's the list
one
box.
as well.
Up here,
Change the
text box, text box, text box, text box.
Yeah, that's cool. Why not?
Check
and that's just the
label,
interface. The interface might take some more time. So what I'll do next is just speed up.
And we have label,
and get back to
all these other components are all text box, text box, text box, text box, buttons, and so on. And here I have labels as well. So what I would do now is to start the coding of this very calculator. So let's get that out of the way. Okay, we're going to start by coding this calculator. So the first thing I will do is, you see this text box, I'm just going to add a 0 there, and we align it to right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, then double click on this very button right here, and we enter the following lines of code. If text box 1 dot text equals 0, then we say text box, let me just copy it, equals 1. Then we now come back here and say else text box 1 equals text box plus 1. And that is it. That's just a line of code. All you just need to do is copy. Let's copy that 3. I'm just going to I have to change this one to 3. I decide to do that because 3 is right there. Let's see if 2 is there. Come back down, click. 2 is not there, so I might as well just double click on 2. That's it, paste, and enter 2 in there. So I can even confirm. I might as well confirm is that is 3. There, that is 3. So repeat exactly the same thing for box 4. That's 4 there. Repeat the same thing for button 5. Button 5, button 6. We have 6 right there. Button 7. Repeat the same thing for button 7. Now 8. You can see all I've just done is copy content of button 1 and just paste it around right there. So all of my numbers for calculator is now ready to be used. So that's for 0. I don't have to do it that way, but that's cool. The next thing is clear. Paste that of clear right there. All I just want to do is just to clear it. So this one, let me change that to 0. Clear it right there. Get rid of the if statement because we don't need the if statement for the clear. Just get rid of that as well and get rid of this. Okay, I have another text box in there because I actually have 2 text boxes. One as a display, so the other one is text box 2. So let's clear that as well. So let me show you the text box 2 I'm talking of. Right here I have a text box 2, and here you can see text box 2, and here is text box 1. So if I run this very program right now, let me just run it so that you guys see what I'm talking about. So if I click, I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, you see up right there what's happening. So we need to take care of that. 9 0. So we can clear. So we have to definitely take care of what's going on there. Look at it, it's right there. So I just want to use it as an indicator, so I may have to reduce this and do something about that. Okay, let's go back into the program. Okay, I've made a bit of adjustment to both text box. I've reduced this font, but I can always increase it back. The reason why I'm increasing it back is because I've actually brought the second text box here. It's not really essential, but it would be good for you to see how the calculation goes. So the next thing is double click on the plus. Now I do need to declare some variables here. Let's call that first number right there. Declare that as double, and I'm just gonna copy. I have my second number, and right here that's gonna be my string for the operator. So let's just call that ops for the next, and here is answer, and this one will be second number. That's it, done. So the next thing I will do is to start my arithmetic function right here, and that's the plus. Double click on that, do it again. Yeah, that's it right there. With the arithmetic function, I'm going to say first number equals whatever is inside text box 1 there, dot text. Then I would then say text box 2 dot text equals the first value as first number and the plus sign, because I want you to show on the second text box. And now we now say text box 1 again, this very text box, paste it right underneath here. Text box 1, let's get rid of the content in there, and in this case ops equals that, and that's all there is to it. So if I, let me just demonstrate what I've just done here. If I say 12 plus, look at what happened there. The 12 plus maybe 3, that is not done yet, so we won't see the answer or anything. So let's go back and get that straightened out. And I think there's something missing here, my equal sign. Okay, we'll take care of that. So what I would then do is I'm just gonna copy all of this as usual. Come in here, double click on that, paste that in there, change the sign to the minus sign or subtraction sign, whatever you want to call it. Repeat exactly the same thing for the multiplication. Yep, and the same thing for, yeah, that's the multiplication. Now we need one for the division. Paste that in there, change that to division. Division is taken care of. So we now need to take care of this. So in the case of the full stop, we say if not text box 1 dot contain there. If it doesn't contain that, close that bracket. Yep, that's correct. Then the text box itself on the text box 1 right there plus equals the full stop, and that's it for the decimal number. Now let me take care of the design and get the equal sign sorted. Okay, the equal sign is sorted. Now I have to make a bit of adjustment, so let's double click on it and then just finish up the calculator. So I'm going to say second num, yeah, that's correct, equals text box 1, which is right there, dot text. Now if ops, which is the operator, equals plus, then what should happen is answer equals first number right there plus second number, done. And now we now need to assign answer to text box. Assign answer to text box 1. That is done. Then in that case text box 2 equals, let's empty that. Good. Okay, now the first part of the equal sign is done, so I might as well just copy it, else if it's minus, repeat the same thing. Now copy again, paste it there, else, let's move it up so that you can see it. If it's multiplication, okay, and then the division, if it's division, get it sorted exactly the same way. Okay, that'll be all for the calculator. Let me just show you the codes one more time. This is the equals, the codes for the equals sign. Maybe I should even increase this font. Where is it? Somewhere here. Okay, let's make that about 16 so that you guys can see it properly. That might be too big. Okay, that's for the equal sign. So let's scroll up the decimal. That is 4
the division, multiplication, minus, addition. This is the clear button, 0 button, the 9 button, 8 button, 7 button, 6 button, 5, the 5th button, the 4th button, 2nd button, the 1st button, and the 3rd button right there. Maybe we should just copy and change this the other way around. Okay, let me just copy all of this, let's cut it up and paste it right underneath here. There, sorted. Okay, so if I run the program now, let's say we run it. Let's see, 23 plus 65 equals that. Okay, multiply by 5 divided by 2, yeah, okay, times 9.55 there. And that's it, guys. That's how the calculator works. The calculator is working as expected. The next thing is to complete the rest part of this tutorial right here. This shouldn't take that long. It's just a brief calculation, and then take care of the temperature conversion and the feedback form. Okay, so let's go back to the coding area now. Okay, and right now this is how the temperature converter is looking. So let's double click on the converter button itself and enter as follows. Let's get rid of that. And as a converter, so the first thing I'll do is maybe let me just declare another variable right up there. Let's call that dim c degrees as single. That's fine. Then I said dim f temp as single as well. There. So I now have my declaration in place. So my converter that is right underneath here. So paste the right one, yeah, button 20. Let's go back and just make sure that's it. Okay, the converter right there. So all I just need to say is f temp equals by value whatever is inside our very text box. What text box is that? Let's check. That's text box 15. So go back there. That's txt text box 15 dot text. Yep, it's text box 15 dot text. Close that, and I'll now say c degrees equals, so I'll just say c degrees equals t convert. I was supposed to have written a function called t convert, so let me write a function called t convert, then I'll get that. I'll come back to you guys. So first thing is what's this label called? Label 14. So let's go back there and sort that one out, then we write that. So we say label 14.text equals, let's say, c underscore degree. Now that is ready. So the function, let's get the function down. Private function c convert right there. That will be my temp. Let's make that single. There, close that. Press enter. You see the error is gone. So now c convert itself equals this following formula: 5 divided by 9. Multiply that by temp minus 32. Good. That's our temperature conversion formula done, and it's out of the way, so that's fine. So the next thing is to take care of the reset button. That's text box 15, I guess. Text box 10 dot text equals clear, and label 14 equals that. So the temperature conversion itself is now working. It should work as expected. So let's run that and give that a shot and see. Come in here, that's the temperature converter. If I say minus 40 is always minus 40. Check, that's it, minus 40. So the temperature converter is working. The set button works. So let's try something else out. There, that's fine. I just need to increase this font size. So we are actually making good progress. So let's increase our font size. Alright guys, the next thing I'll do now is to declare some variable for the calculation of the online purchase. So these are the variables that I intend to use, and the next thing is also to create a function. So I might as well just create my function right here. I have to speed this up because it's taking too long. That's the function right there, and it's going to be followed by, okay, all that is left now is just to compute the calculation for all of these components. So I'll then double click on total. So I'm going to sort of like speed it up really, and that is it right there. Let me show you the codes right here. Okay, I have the following variable for all of those components. I'm using most of these local variable in the program there, and there they are. So let me just scroll down so that you can see the code. That's the code for the main calculation. Take it down one more time. Yep. And the next thing I would do is just to try it out. Maybe I should reduce the size of this font so that you can see it properly. Let's reduce it to something maybe about 14. Okay, that's fine. And let's move this here. Yeah, these are all the codes that you need. Scroll down one more time. And the next is the codes for the receipt, and that's it. So let me run this program, then I'll show you guys the codes one more time. Let's run it and enter some value in here, but you must make sure you check on the fiber checkbox, enter some amount in there as well. So click on total, and that is it. So if I want to display, if I want it taxed, okay, just check that and add it up. So when you add this together with this, you end up with 600 plus, and if you add all of the content in here together, you end up with the same amount, which is 672. I can show you that in here. So that's 387.6. Okay, we just need to add 280 plus, that's plus 280 280. Oh, sorry, then we need to add a 5 to it, plus 5, and that is it. You can see 672. So that means it's working as expected. So the next thing is, let me just check if the feedback is there. That's it, the feedback is there as well, and everything is working as expected. The calculator works, the feedback works, and if you even want to check the current temperature, whatever, that works as well. So I can say this program is working as expected. So the only thing that's just left is maybe I should show you guys the codes one more time. So let me show you the codes. Here are the lines of codes. It's a long lines of code. That's the beginning with all my variables. Then I have my function right in there. Scroll down. Now the codes for the calculator. Still the code for the calculator itself. And that is the clear button right there. Now we have the codes for the operators. Sorry, that's the plus, minus, multiplication, division, and we have the decimal point codes right there. Then finally we have the equals. Those are the lines of code for the equals. Alright, now we move down. Those are the codes for the temperature converter. Those are the codes from here down here. Now we enter the calculation or the codes for the addition of whatever amount of purchase made. Here are the lines of codes used. From here I have the variables. Scroll right down. Take a good look at it. I had to speed it up because it would take too long. And that will be the end of this very tutorial. So I'm just going to call it bye for now. But just before then, I'll run the program one more time. Enter whatever value in there. Make sure that it's checked. Check all of these. Alright, and that's that done. We can do some addition there as well. That's 54 plus 200. That gives you that. And you can add 6 to that if you want. There. And that'll be the end of this project. So I'm gonna call it bye for now. I suppose you all enjoyed. So you all have a nice day now. Bye.